Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and this is a commentary 2 versus 2. I am Pontus, my ally is the Misazuli, and we're going up against the Swaby and Rome. And in this battle, I am experimenting with a very strange build. A variation of a very strange build. I saw this on one of Arrow of Carthage's recent videos. It was a Rome versus Pontus match, and I loved the way the Pontic player lost, but I loved the way he used the army, so I wanted to try it because it looked really effective. So the army is 3 Scythian horse archers, 3 Thereo spears, 3 Pontic swords, 3 Eastern archers, 4 naked swords, 2 Cappadocians, a Pontic royal, and a chariot. And obviously, you can probably immediately tell that this relies heavily on the chariot. Also, by the way, I didn't show it, but I got some really good shots on that noble rider and killed 2 of them. Now, my ally has 4 tribal slingers. I think these 4 desert vigiles. Desert vigiles are actually really good for their price. 3 armored Numidian riders, and then I think a mix of desert legionaries and cohorts. Yes, and then 3 of these really powerful armored Numidian cavalry. Swaby has 1 spear brother, I think, 2 scout riders, 5 slingers, 5 Wodenaz, another spear brother, and 4 bloodsworn and 2 noble riders. This is a cool army. I liked it, and I kind of want to try it. And then Rome has 3 Syrians, I think. Yes. 5 legionaries. What the hell? Hold up, the battle's about to start on my side. A veteran legionary, a Principe, a Sakiai Extraordinari, a gladiator spearman, 2 Triarii, a regular legatus, and then the Sakiai Equite and 2 legionary cavalry. So very strange build. He has like 1 of freaking everything over there. So the battle starts on my side much faster than on the Sagesley's side, and the reason is because I kind of had to rush my opponent, and I think I've been hit a few times here. Yeah, kind of. But I've been getting good kills on these Scout Riders and on the Spear Brother. People might say that shooting the Spear Brother is a waste, but frankly, I don't really care. I think shooting anything is a worthy target, and really I'll just use my ammo on anything that's in front of me. So here, I have a bit of an issue. Swaby has 5 Germanic Slingers. I have 3 Eastern Archers and 4 naked spearmen, naked swords. Those are very vulnerable targets. If he gets shots on me, that could hurt a lot. So I'm going to move my Thereo spears up. And this actually creates some sort of funnel that works very well later on in the game to help me. And he is going to allow me to get close, and I think I get a few javelin volleys off on his units. Yep, here he goes. So now he is going to charge me. Now, here's why I don't agree with that move, and you'll see why. I'm probably not going to kill any of these guys, but here's why I don't like the fact that he uses noble riders against me. In this situation, obviously, yes, it kind of makes sense to charge the Thereo spear and just knock him out. But when you have this superior spear unit, Wodenaz will tear a Thereo spear apart. I wouldn't even bother risking the noble rider, or any cav unit for that matter. I would just use the spear unit. Again, obviously, you can just use the cav and it helps kill it faster. Like, it can destroy a Thereo spear, would get absolutely wrecked by a noble rider and a Wodenaz combination. But you have square as the Thereo spear has a square, so that's going to hurt him a lot. So he's going to hit that. He's not going to be able to get out of that. Now, I failed to use it here. Actually, funny. I was clicking on the square, thought I was, but I was actually clicking on the toggle fire at will button. So I did that like twice before I actually got him information. So now he's in this position where I'm going to run up. He's caught in there. Yeah, my Thereo spear is losing, but look how many casualties the noble rider took. Now his Wodenaz are stuck. I'm following up with the Pontic sword. Now here I make another mistake. I moved my Eastern Archers up way too fast. I thought they would last longer, but they get freaking obliterated. Look at this. This one's already down to 61. He's about to break. And I kind of do some crappy mismicroing here. I actually mismicro quite badly. So this Thereo spear is going to lose for now. But since my ally is helping me, we will actually be able to do a lot of damage against this Wodenaz spear and noble rider. This Thereo spear, I think I run it away if I'm not mistaken. Or I either form square or I run away. I get accidentally charged into his spear brother and paid dearly for it, so I'm going to run my Cappadocian over there. And then my Misazelian ally actually hasn't engaged yet. And as you can see, I make some big mistakes. I get hit by a spear brother and charged by it. Didn't see that happening because I thought I gave a click to attack it, or at least I thought I was attacking something. I didn't. So you can see all my Thraio Spears are holding this front line here, and I'm just going to pull them back. Now, Pontic Swords normally wouldn't beat Woden's Spear, but with the aid of the Thraio Spear, they will actually do really well in this coming fight. But Pontic Swords kind of suck, so they're going to lose probably anyway. But with the aid of the Thraio Spear, they'll hold for a bit longer. So I ended up losing like a bunch of Cappadocians over here, but I have a Naked Sword coming up that will absolutely destroy that unit. And look at that. I think I also friendly fired him quite a bit. That freaking sucked. What the hell? And also my general's getting targeted here. So I was kind of like, I don't know what I was doing, frankly, because I don't micro here at all well. What I should have done is kept the Naked Swords where they are, pulled the Cav back to their position, and just waited, because I don't know what I'm doing. Either that or charged him, but that would have probably been a mistake, charging him. We can put it on play now. But Saisley is about to engage. I'll try and get both battles here. My Naked Sword, though, crushes that Spear Brother, so that was nice. Now, here we go with a fight against a Woden's. I used Frenzied Charge. He does get a charge on me, which sucks. But look at how many casualties he took. I'm positive he friendly fired his unit there. 100%. He killed that unit, basically. Also, now my archers are coming back, so they're going to be helpful in this fight. Now, here, this was a freaking dumb idea. Basically, I was pinning them down so I could use my chariot, but I freaking sent him in way too early. It's still going to do pretty well now. By the way, Masaisley is starting his fight against Rome, and that'll actually be a pretty even fight. Here come the chariot. Now watch this. This is actually quite funny. So here comes another Naked Sword. I'm putting on the pressure now. The chariot comes in and immediately gets javelined here. But that's kind of, well, it wasn't alright, but it worked out in the end anyway. So I'm going to plow this Bloodsword over, and I'm going to ram into the back of this Bloodsword and Woden's Spear and absolutely tear it apart. And then I'm going to turn in that direction and do the exact same thing. His flank is being won by me. The center is being won now because of that chariot. And anything he's going to send through is basically, he's actually running the Bloodsworn into the chariot, which was a big mistake. He uses Dramatic Scout Riders very well, but now that they're gone, I'm using my Cav to shoot his slingers. And yeah, you'll see the chariots do die. I could have 100% used them better, but still, they'd be good enough. I definitely could have waited. And as you can see now, Masaisley is engaged in his fight. Like I said, this will be a pretty even fight, and he has better Cavs, so he should be able to win it. He also gets a pretty good engagement over here against the Legionary Cav. That's actually a really good engagement. But he's got to be careful because he's about to get surrounded now. Oh, but actually, he's already surrounded him. So you can see my Horse Archers are doing a lot of the damage here, and you need them to. And I'm going to go in with this Cappadocian. That is on purpose, actually. Well, the Miss Micro. The not charging his general wasn't on purpose, but I wanted him to pin those units down. He pulls this unit back to protect his general. I'm going to take advantage of that gap. And you can see these two gaps in the line are actually being very useful for me. They're aiding me more than my opponent, because now I can just slip my cavalry through. And I'm already winning the melee fight now, as Swaby can't really do a whole lot at this point. His infantry has kind of just crumbled. So I am cleaning up my fight. I will take out his Dramatic Slingers quite easily, and the rest of his cav. So Masaisley here is kind of actually struggling quite badly. Rome's cavalry is doing a number on him with the aid of those Triarii. So you can see he's going to try to get his general out, and also his main infantry line is kind of doing pretty bad, actually. They are actually getting their butts kicked right now. I don't know how. And now his cav, he's pulling through, actually, here. But he's going to get charged in a minute, so that was a waste of cav. So this Pontic build that I use, I thought it was weird when I looked at it, and it was weird when I lined it up, but honestly, it was very effective. And I did like the turnout, but the only problem is, and it's still, like, still a very... I don't like the fact that it is so low on cavalry. I only have 3 melee cav units. Well, 1 shock, 2 melee in the army. It's not bad, but... obviously, I would like to test it on a 1 versus 1 field, but it turned out to be quite effective, honestly, and I was very surprised by that, and I was quite happy with my performance with it. I'm not that great with chariots, so getting the kills I got with it was quite nice. So now you can see I'm getting over here and helping Rome as quickly as possible. I mean, not... getting over to this battle to help my ally as quickly as possible, not Rome. But my army is very badly damaged, so the influence I will actually have on this fight will be quite low. But I do have a lot of naked swords, and they have good charge. And naked swords, so I did switch Celtic swords out for naked swords because I think it's better to have the nakeds. Mainly due to the charge bonus. And you can see they're going to bushwhack this Principe. And I'm just clumping up all my units to try and make them look more menacing, but it's not really working. Although this naked warrior still had 90 in them, so it was a pretty good unit. This one just got a charge in that legionary cohort, and that'll do a lot of damage. You want to try to avoid charges from naked swords because they can be quite devastating in here. And they have this frenzied charge ability, which I use right here. I also gave him second wind. And the frenzied charge is quite a nice ability. I'm going to hit the Sake Extraordinary, though most of that charge is blunted by my own units. You can see it's doing quite a bit of damage, actually. I already have them down to 103. The only thing is, naked swords don't have javelins, and they're also light, and I think Celtic warriors are medium. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Celtic warriors have much more armor, which makes sense. Celtic warriors have no armor. But they might have like 10, and whatever their shield value is. So this one has, yeah, 10 armor. So yeah, they'll die pretty quickly. And they do need to be cycle charged. You can see here, he's gonna actually rout my naked warrior just from that small charge right there, which sucked basically. So there goes that Celtic warrior, which wasn't really good. And my general's dead. I think he just died. I think. Or he's about to. He's either dead or dies quickly here in a second. But you can see all my units are basically just doing whatever they can to support my ally. And at this point, the battle is up in the air. We were all very wounded. But you can see my archers are doing a lot for support actually here and getting a ton of good kills on those Roman units, and the Rayosphere is pinning them down, so that helped. But my archers are almost out of ammo, so we were almost out of ammo on everything. My general goes in for a rear charge here, trying to break the Roman units. Now, dang it, wrong button. Rome turns around, which was a big mistake. I think my general dies here. Yeah, my general just died. Rome turns around to fight my general, but when he does that, my archers get some good shots on his back. If I used Flaming Shot, I probably could have broke that unit, but I don't. But you can see I'm still getting good kills on them. And now it's basically Messaisili's cavalry versus Roman infantry, which in a normal situation, the cavalry should win. And yeah, you can see everything of mine is just wavering at this point. So now at this point I am completely off of the field. We can speed it up because at this point it's just a bunch of hitting and running. You can see with the constant charges, there's no way the infantry is going to withstand that. And Rome's general just died, so there goes his morale. So Messaisili and I were victorious in that battle. Very awkward in terms of our army, in terms of my army choice. I was very skeptical about how my performance was going to be just because of the type of army I brought. So Messaisili's cavalry all around doing really good. Messaisili's cavalry is not the best, not some of the, well, some of the best in the West. But that's about it. They're really good. Tribal Slingers, actually one of them got 94 kills. That's like spectacular considering how bad these units are. But they're good for soaking up ammo. Then the Desert Legionary is doing pretty good. And, Cohort's doing pretty good. Legionary is not that great, although this one did get 221 kills. And this Vigile got 50 kills, which is pretty good, actually. Rome's Legates has got 114 kills, which is more than all three of his cav units. The Legionary cav not doing that great, but the Sake Equite did get 88 kills. The Syrians, which should have butchered these Tribal Slingers, got absolutely massacred. And then the Legionaries all around doing pretty good. The Veteran doing amazing. The Principe doing really good. This Sakugai Extraordinary unit doing really nice. The Triarge doing pretty good. And this one Gladiator Spearman doing absolutely terrible. I don't know why he brought that. He probably could have brought 2 Vigiles and done better. My General doing pretty good, although I think he could have done much better. And this one Cappadocia did alright. This one did terrible. If I'm not mistaken, that was the one that got javelined by the Spear Brothers on the right flank. Scythians, though, doing really nice. And you can see the Chariot only getting 170 kills. That's not good, but the kills it got were pretty game-changing, actually. And they helped me win the center fight, which was important. Eastern Archer's not doing that great, but they're really just there for the added bonus of damage, because they do more damage than Slingers. And so that right there is basically why you're going to have them instead of the Eastern Slingers. The Naked Swords, MVPs of my army, getting a ton of kills. Pontus Swords doing alright, but like I said, they absolutely suck. And then the Radio Spears, obviously, they're not supposed to do good. They're just supposed to be the frontline tank, which isn't much of a tank, but they're there to do that. Swaby's Noble Rider is not doing that great. One of his Scout Riders, though, did get 91 kills and 2 chevrons. The Slingers, they did not have their chance to shine there, but this could have been devastating if my opponent had kept them alive. The Spear Brothers doing alright. Actually, though, one of them got a bunch of kills on my cavalry, so that was really nice. And then the Wodenite Spears, they did iffy. They weren't in a good position at all. And same with the Bloodsworn, though you can see this one got 23 kills, but he got a chevron because he threw javelins and killed the majority of my chariot. And the Scout Riders killed the rest, so those were used pretty good. So yeah, this is the army. It's really awkward, but I think it does good. Though Pontus is just such a wacky faction that you kind of have to build stuff like this. I liked it though in the end. I actually really did like it. I think it was really fun to play with, so maybe I'll use it again in the future. But that is all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.